Ewan McGregor's beloved Jedi Master and his fallen apprentice Darth Vader have returned in the Star Wars series. Here are the trailers, backstory, and all the information you need now that the penultimate episode is on Disney's streaming service. Jedi-in-exile Obi-Wan Kenobi has made his epic return on Disneyplus, with Ewan McGregor stepping back into the role he played in the Star Wars prequel trilogy. The series finds Kenobi during his time on Tatooine, a decade after Revenge of the Sith, as he tries to avoid the gaze of the Galactic Empire and former apprentice Darth Vader. The first 5 episodes are available on Disney's streaming service, with the 6th and final episode set to land on Wednesday, June 22nd. What happened with Moses Ingram? Ingram, the black actor who plays Imperial Inquisitor Reva, was targeted with racist abuse after the first 2 episodes aired. The Star Wars Twitter account called out this behavior, with actors Ewan McGregor, Kumail Nanjiani, and others following suit to speak highly of Ingram. "I just want to say, as the leading actor in this series, as the executive producer on the series, that we stand with Moses. We love Moses," McGregor said in a video message posted in Twitter. "And if you send her bullying messages, you're no Star Wars fans in my mind. There's no place for racism in this world. I totally stand with Moses." It isn't the first time a Star Wars actor has been subject to online abuse. Kelly Marie Tran, the Asian actress who portrayed Rose Tico in The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, deleted her social media accounts in 2018 after harassment. John Boyega, the black actor who played Finn in The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker, noted that he was hit with similar abuse. Who's Obi-Wan Kenobi? If you really don't know, you should watch a few Star Wars movies. The quick version? Obi-Wan Kenobi is a Jedi Master who first appeared on screen in 1977's A New Hope, played by Alec Guinness. This movie saw him helping young Luke Skywalker take his first steps into the larger world of the Force. Later in that movie, Obi-Wan was struck down by his former apprentice, Darth Vader, who was ultimately revealed to be Anakin Skywalker, Luke's father and a Jedi turned to the dark side. Despite his death, Obi-Wan returned as a spirit, a Force ghost in Star Wars speak, to guide Luke in The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. He even gave Rey a little help in The Force Awakens and The Rise of Skywalker. The prequel trilogy, which kicked off with The Phantom Menace in 1999, brought in McGregor as a younger Obi-Wan and introduced us to his master Qui-Gon Jinn, Liam Neeson. Qui-Gon discovered Anakin on the desert planet Tatooine, but was slain by Darth Maul, and the responsibility of training the boy fell to Obi-Wan. Anakin succumbed to the dark side in Revenge of the Sith and became Darth Vader, then helped Emperor Palpatine wipe out the Jedi as they established the Galactic Empire. Obi-Wan survived and fled to Tatooine with Luke, the son Anakin didn't know he had, while Luke's twin sister Leia went to live with the royal family of Alderaan. Cast: who's in Obi-Wan Kenobi? Aside from McGregor returning as Obi-Wan, Hayden Christensen, who played Anakin in Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, returns as Vader. The actor rewatched all the movies, along with the Clone Wars and Rebels, to prepare for his return as Anakin, told Entertainment Weekly in April. "They did a lot with these characters in those shows, and they did further explore the relationship," he said of Obi-Wan and Anakin's roles in the shows. "There was interesting stuff there to learn about. It was great fun getting to go back and re-immerse yourself in this world, and just continues to grow and become more and more vast." Joel Edgerton and Bonnie Paes are also back as Owen and Beru Lars, better known as Luke Skywalker's Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. At this point in the timeline, they're raising Luke far away from now evil dad Darth Vader. Moses Ingram plays Jedi-hunting Imperial Inquisitor Reva, along with Rupert Friend as the Grand Inquisitor and Sung Kang as playing the 5th brother. The dark side-wielding Inquisitors were previously seen in CGI animated series Rebels and video game Jedi Fallen Order. Their fortress from the end of the game appears in the show. Reva is a new character, but the Grand Inquisitor and 5th brother previously appeared in the CGI animated series Rebels. Indira Varma, whom you might remember playing Illyria Sand in Game of Thrones, is seen as an Imperial officer. Joining them are Kumail Nanjiani, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Simone Kessel, and Benny Safdie. None of them has previously been in Star Wars, and Nanjiani told USA Today in November that his experience on the show was absolutely amazing. When you're on set, you have to put out of your head that you're in Star Wars, which is very hard to do because it really looks like you're in Star Wars. I'm dressed like I'm in Star Wars, he said. The guy who I'm talking to looks a lot like Obi-Wan Kenobi. It was my first job outside of quarantine. I got vaccinated, went right to the set, and honestly had the best 3 months. There's one other actor who will almost certainly show up, as suggested near the end of Revenge of the Sith. In your solitude on Tatooine, training I have for you, an old friend has learned the path of immortality, one who has returned from the netherworld on the Force, your old master, said Yoda, as he and Obi-Wan go into exile. How to commune with him, I will teach you. Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn died in The Phantom Menace, but Neeson returned to the role in The Clone Wars. He was the first Jedi ever to become a Force ghost and guide his allies in the material realm. By the time of the original trilogy, Obi-Wan has learned this skill, having been taught by Qui-Gon. We'll presumably see this in the show. Neeson told Collider in October 2020 he hadn't yet been approached about reprising the role, but it could happen. Who's handling the music for Obi-Wan Kenobi? Composer John Williams, who scored all 9 Skywalker Saga movies and turned 90 in February, wrote the show's theme. Outside the movies, he also wrote themes for Solo, A Star Wars Story, and Disney Parks' Galaxy's Edge. Natalie Holt, who was responsible for the music in last year's Marvel Cinematic Universe series Loki, is handling the rest of the show's music composition duties. It's reflective, and it's just entirely appropriate, Holt said of the theme Williams composed. It's wistful, but there's an element of hope to it. It's doing something new, and I think people are going to be really blown away by it. Who else is involved with this Star Wars show? Deborah Chow, who helmed episodes 3 and 7 of The Mandalorian's first season, directed the Obi-Wan series, which was written by Joby Harold. Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy, Michelle Rejwan, Chow, McGregor, and Harold will serve as executive producers. What do we know about the plot of Obi-Wan Kenobi? During the reign of the Galactic Empire, former Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi embarks on a crucial mission. Kenobi must confront allies turned enemies and face the wrath of the Empire, reads Disney's synopsis for the show. We know Obi-Wan, known to the locals as Ben Kenobi, will watch over Luke from a distance while in exile on Tatooine. Don't think too hard about the fact that Vader failed to look for his son on his home planet, that the Galactic Empire didn't notice a young man with the name Skywalker, or that Obi-Wan's alias is pretty darn similar to his own name.